Hi, wonderful you. Susanna Mittermaier here. Wow, I just woke up and I am just in wow. Whew. Yesterday evening, I had a keynote speech at a mental health conference for 400 people from many different countries, most of them professionals of mental health. And I talk about pragmatic psychology, a moment of possibility or the beginning of sanity. And for those of you who know, pragmatic psychology is this totally different approach to psychology, inviting people to find their strongness behind the wrongness. You know, when people come to mental health, they're usually labeled and, they talk about their problems and then those symptoms are categorized into whatever matches the diagnosis and the category. And the paradigm we've been handed with that in all our educations is, there must be something wrong with you. It's normal to have a problem. And pragmatic psychology is not about a dramatic approach that there must be a problem and finding out why there is a problem, but what is right about you you're not getting, and finding out what works for you. What are those symptoms that you want to call problems? What is depression? What is anxiety? What is it truly? And when we ask questions, we find out what those things truly are that we have totally decided and were convinced that they are problems. And so I was talking about this yesterday at the conference. And when you've been trained in a certain point of view about problems and then finding out why they're problems and then finding solutions, a totally different paradigm, like that shift from a dramatic paradigm to a pragmatic paradigm, can be a bit provoking because it's so different. And so I was on that stage and they told me before that they're going to be 400 people, which I didn't know. Whew. And, I speak every week, like somewhere in the world. And usually I speak to people who are seeking help, who, want to know something different that they have been handed, or have been trying so many different methods that haven't worked as well as they would like it to. And then they come to those workshops that I'm facilitating and wow, it's a different approach. It works. Pragmatic means doing what works. So I'm very used to speaking for those people and in those audiences. And then yesterday I was speaking in front of 400 people that are my colleagues that are, have their profession and have their paradigm. And I was speaking and giving voice to something totally different. I was giving voice to what I know. And if you ever have been in a situation where you knew something that's totally different than the people around you and gave voice to that, wow, it's one of the most amazing things. And it's one of those things that we think we need to fear and be afraid of and, not being able to do. And it's those points of view that create our reality. So, what do you know that's different that you've decided you can't voice, that you've decided you're afraid of? And that's one of the things also that I talk a lot about in pragmatic psychology, those concepts of fear and all these other things that we've bought that, that are real. Like, fear must be real. Is that really real? What if we ask a question, what is fear truly? And what is that thing that you've decided is fear? And yesterday it became really prevalent for me and obvious for me that, just before that talk and the heart was pounding and sweating and I was sweating and I could have interpreted as being nervous or, maybe even fear or something. But since I'm working with what I'm working, I knew that's not what's going on. And I acknowledged, wow, I am so excited. I'm so happy to be able to speak in front of all these people about what I know, inviting them to a different possibility. And it was just incredible, like talking about this different paradigm for so many people and, then allowing people to have their points of view. And just speaking what you know and allowing people to make of it what they want to make of it. And it was just so amazing to go for it and invite to a different paradigm. And to my total surprise, people in the audience, they were not only going, yes, 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 but some of them were even crying because they were so touched of that. Oh my God, it can be different. We don't have to make problems real. That's not the only paradigm we have to live by. It's not only about problems and wrongness, but about, hey, you're different. What gift is that different? What gift is that, your difference of the way you see the world. All of us see the world in a different way. It doesn't mean that there's one right way of seeing the world. There's no wrong way of seeing the world. Like, what if we start to celebrate diversity and enjoy our difference and use it to create a world that works? Use it to create a playground of possibility that could be this planet. And then I asked them, so what is it that made you even start to work in mental health? What is it you started out with? What did you know? And many times we forget why we're doing the things that we're doing that we really love. Maybe they started out by, hey, I actually really want to empower people. I really want to show people that there's a different possibility. And then, everyday tasks take over and we forget that why we're really doing the things we're doing. And wow. And then it was really cool to have that moment of possibility where mental health can be a place that acknowledges what people always knew that no one has ever said. So, wow, what else is possible for our planet? And what if you start to voice what you know and dare to be different? So, what else is possible? Big hug and kisses here from the Mental Health Conference. Mwah. Bye.